What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another video. On today's episode of r/Murdered by Words, we talk about invading Poland, hard seltzers, and I zoom in weirdly close on Kendall Jenner's forehead for pretty much no reason. At Kendall Jenner ate grilled cheese, fries, crepes, and more before hitting the Met Gala red carpet. Now that is bravery. Well, I live in Syria, and this story gave me the strength to carry on. Thank you for sharing her story. I'm not sure what's worse, Kendall Jenner being famous enough for pretty much no reason that people are reporting on the food that she's eating, or people being interested enough in the life of Kendall Jenner that they care about what food she's eating. The city of Magnolia will require every resident to wear masks in public beginning on Monday. Tickets will be issued to people over the age of 10 who do not wear masks. Look, we've already gotten several angry messages. Just to clarify, this has nothing to do with COVID-19. We just don't want to look at you. Wear a full face mask. Some of y'all haven't waxed since March. Nobody wants to see eyebrows gone wild. Masks aren't for you. They are to protect everyone else from seeing your mom's goatee. For all you pussy-ass bitches who drink this nasty shit, this is the I'm afraid of actual beer dorm. We've got the hard seltzers behind it. Look, higher alcohol content, less calories, doesn't taste like hay, and it helps me stay hydrated. I don't see a problem. Just post your I'm not like the rest of the girls and go. Yeah, these are probably the same people who would slam piss water and natty lights and decide that they're real women for totally arbitrary reasons. So you're going to tell me that this is a human being? Yeah, genetically, taxonomically, what other organism is it? Well, it isn't. It's literally a dog fetus. This one's a little bit more of a quit your BS, but we'll take it. So I think we can all agree that switching from ass whoopings to timeouts didn't have the outcome we had hoped for. LOL. The man in the blue Hawaiian shirt smoking a cigar outdoors has got a point here. Okay, you've been posting dumb and irritating shit for a while, and I'm going to take this post as an opportunity to tell you that. This situation we are in right now in this country is not because people aren't hitting their kids enough. It's because of people like you. People like you who think violence is the answer. People like you who don't take into consideration that racism isn't something we are born with, but something we are taught. People like you teach it to your kids and poison an already hurting country with more ill-educated children brought up to hate. And when people in the streets finally demand justice because enough is enough, people like you sit back and say, boy, we should have hit our kids more. And I'm also guessing you were hit as a child and can't even appreciate the irony of the fact that clearly it didn't do the wonders you speak of. Yeah, if you're in pretty much any social situation and there's a problem and your first response to the problem is, damn, should have been more child abuse, you're probably not looking at it the right way. Attention! If you or a loved one has been refused entry to a private business for not wearing a mask and you would like to explore legal options to protect your constitutional rights, our law firm is happy to explain just how fucking stupid you are. Not gonna lie, they had us in the first half. Guess what, losers? I got onto the elite side of TikTok and you didn't. Well, about a year ago, I was invited to attend a space camp at NASA. It was extremely interesting despite being very secure. We had to give proper identification, give our fingerprints, and sign 6 consent forms, but after all that preparation, we were finally allowed to enter. I met astronauts and many astrophysicists. They described how it felt to be in space, and I saw a prototype of the Mars rover. However, the attraction that caught my eye the most was a live feed that came from a camera on the International Space Station. I watched it for hours, and even with a view of the entire world, I still couldn't find who asked. Defund the media. Who will repost? I completely agree. Let's start with the same network that fosters a sexually unsafe environment and employs predators like George Murdoch, Roger Ailes, Bill O'Reilly, and Ed Henry. Oh, would you look at that? Here we have one. Wait, no, make that 2 complete bumbling idiots in the wild. Defund the media? What did PBS ever do to you? NPR's keeping you up at night, really? If y'all try and touch Arthur and Lake Wobegon because you can't understand the difference between publicly funded and private companies, I swear to all that is good in this world, I will go all cyber chase on your ass and use basic math skills to track you down. Alright, so we got a poolside paparazzi photo of Aquaman himself, Jason Momoa, and someone needs to start lifting again. Been working on his dad belly, I see. My goodness, that's all I can say. I mean, sheesh, look at his stomach. Tumblr deleted my long-ass rant while I was in the middle of writing it, so you're spared and will only get a summed-up version. Long story short, your abs are supposed to be covered with a healthy protective layer of fat. The shape Jason Momoa is in during his movies is achieved by a diet designed to lower his body fat to unhealthy numbers, dehydrating him and enhancing his abs with makeup. This is what a ripped, muscular, healthy person looks like on their off time. If you think this is a dad bod, for the love of everything that is holy, shut up and absolutely never comment on a man's body ever again. I mean, hell, can you see the damn V-line? What fucking dad bod has that? You don't believe me? Google some bodybuilders who are off their contest diet. The men who literally make a living for having defined muscles, because for 360 days out of the year, they do not look the way you think they do. During a bodybuilding contest, these men's body fat is under 7%. They're dehydrated and covered in fake tan that helps their muscles show up, and it's literally only for that day because it's extremely unhealthy. Same goes for actors who are known for being ripped. They're at their worst when they're filming. This exact same shit happened with Vin Diesel a few years ago with people getting a paparazzi shot of his beer belly, and I'm genuinely worried for the young men who grow up in this society thinking that being muscular means having absurdly defined abs 24/7. Jason Momoa looks ripped and healthy. Y'all are just blind with unrealistic expectations. Again, this is a paparazzi picture that Mr. Momoa did not know was being taken, so was certainly not posing or flexing for, in poor lighting conditions not designed to make him look a particular way, with a long-distance zoom lens from a dude possibly 100 feet away or more, using at most a few $1,000s worth of camera equipment. Compare that to Aquaman, which most people are likely comparing his body to, where hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of camera equipment were being used by teams of professionals working with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of professional lighting equipment on multi-million-dollar sets with multi-million-dollar post-production teams and a 65-person makeup team. Movies are designed very deliberately and at great cost to make their subjects look a certain way, and comparing these two images is idiotic and frankly irresponsible. I put on a mask and literally within seconds I am struggling to breathe. Well, the surgeon who wore a mask for 6 hours to reconstruct my knee thinks maybe you're lying and also definitely a drama queen. I don't know why people think kids learning about gay relationships in school will turn them gay. I learned about World War II but am yet to invade Poland. Well, I've come surprisingly close but haven't quite gotten there. To the Poland thing. A rare case of brain-destroying amoeba has been confirmed in Florida. Slim pickings for the amoeba then. Yesterday I went to buy some yarn, and see now how annoying it is when fucking people put those stupid bullshit "don't use this, wool is murder" PETA stickers in the label. First of all, stop defacing stock in someone's store. You're not clever or saving the planet or anything. You're making it hard for customers to shop and see the info they need on the label, like yardage, weight, dye lot, etc. You're making employees spend hours peeling the damn things off, and in some cases, you're causing damage to the label and or the yarn itself. That means loss to the company, which affects employees who probably make minimum wage, you shitbags. You want to make change happen? Contact corporate, you fuckhead. That's where decisions are made, not in the store. Second of all, wool is not murder. Are you fucking stupid? Obviously the answer is yes. It's a fucking haircut for sheep. They've been domesticated so long that if we don't shear them, it's bad. Yes, some sheep don't live in ideal conditions. Got a problem with that? Going to a yarn store and putting stickers on things isn't going to change it or the minds of customers. For fuck's sake, you absolute womble. Go to the yarn companies. Make them use wool providers that use humane conditions for their yarn, like a lot of yarn companies already do. And third of all, you precious empty-headed little nugget. You complete and total sawdust for brains. You put your fucking stickers all over acrylic yarn. There's no fucking wool in there. It's all synthetic fiber. Basically, it's plastic. You fucking dumbass. Sex was created by God for marriage between a husband and wife, not for boyfriend and girlfriend that are dating. Yeah, show me Adam and Eve's marriage certificate. If the mask worked, then why we gotta stay inside? If we gotta stay inside, why we gotta wear the mask? Yeah, if you have a right tackle, why do you need a right guard? It's because if the tackle doesn't do his job as per usual, the right guard has to clean up. Feel free to block me, Bob. It'd be the first time you blocked anyone. Oh! Ooh, I felt that one, and I'm a baseball fan. How can a disease with 1% mortality shut down the United States? There are two problems with this question. One, it neglects the law of large numbers, and two, it assumes that one of two things happens. You die or you're 100% fine. The US has a population of 328,200,000. If one person of the population dies, that's 3.282 million people dead. 3 million people dead would monkey wrench the economy no matter what. That more than doubles the number of annual deaths all at once. The second bit is people keep talking about deaths. Deaths. Only 1% die, just 1%. 1 is a small number, no big deal, right? Well, what about the people who survive? For every one person who dies, 19 more require hospitalization. 18 of those will have permanent heart damage for the rest of their lives, 10 will have permanent lung damage, 3 will have strokes, 2 will have neurological damage that leads to chronic weakness and loss of coordination, and 2 will have neurological damage that leads to loss of cognitive function. So now all of a sudden that, but it's only 1% fatality, becomes 3.2 million people dead, 62 million hospitalized, 59 million with permanent heart damage, 32 million with permanent lung damage, 9.8 million people with strokes, and 6.5 million people with muscle weakness. That's the real thing that the folks who keep going on about only 1% dead, what's the big deal, don't get. The choice is not ruin the economy to save 1%. If we reopen the economy, it will be destroyed anyway. The US economy cannot survive everyone getting COVID-19. Well, that's a little bit disputable, and I kind of hate that that's how they ended it, because all of the numbers are legitimately good things to bring up. Like, this is not an all or nothing condition. You don't either die from COVID-19 or survive and you're totally fine and nothing's wrong. In fact, the more people who get it that need hospitalization means that the mortality will increase beyond 1%, because not all of the people who could theoretically survive with professional medical attention will be able to get that professional medical attention. But the last sentence, if we reopen the economy, it will be destroyed anyway. The US economy cannot survive everyone getting COVID-19. That belies a whole bunch of chronological factors and other things that we can't even get into right now. So that's kind of a terrible way to end an otherwise really great post, because there is a value to human life. It's not just about what 3 million people dying would do to our economy. It's about what those 3 million people's lives mean to them and to the people that they love. And we need to be able to value those 3 million lives outside of purely economic means.